Hi and welcome to my garage here, my messy garage. I'm over here with my Suzuki DL650 V-Strom, and I want to share with you a trick that I learned from an old buddy of mine who's been riding motorcycles as long as I have been alive. And basically is how do you get your motorcycle aligned, really aligned. If you read the owner's manual on most bikes, he's going to tell you to set your distance right here on your rear swing arm. Make sure you set both left and right the same, and that'll be it. But there's no way of knowing if you're for real aligned if you do like this. The only way you can do at home that's pretty cheap is to use a piece of string. And I'm gonna show you this method here, which is pretty ingenious. I'm using a dental floss because it's very thin, very easy to work with, and also because I have a whole bunch of dental floss at home, so it's cheap. So basically, what you do, grab a length of string that is as long as your motorcycle, make it double up, so twice and maybe almost 2.5 as long as your motorcycle, maybe 3 times. You wrap the dental floss around your rear tire. You put it here. Show you from this side to get more lighting. Wrap around your rear tire. Wrap it low enough that it can clear the bottom of the motorcycle all the way to the front, because you want this string to go all the way to the front of the bike. And on the front of the bike, you tie it up somewhere where the string can stand up. Here I have 2 oil bottles, so I tie up the string to the oil bottle. And then you want the string to basically make sure it doesn't touch anything on the bottom of the bike. Here it's almost touching my bash plate, but it's not. It's clearing pretty good. Make sure it clears everything on the bottom. And you want the string to basically touch the back of the tire. Of course it's going to touch the back because it's wrapped around the back of the tire, and then barely touch the front, right? So basically this is your width of your motorcycle, your wheel right here. Make sure your string, like over here, I have on top of the block on the tire. Make sure it goes on top of the block right here too. And it's pretty much free floating, right? You want the string to be barely touching it. You don't want it to be, if you put it too tight, it's not going to be free floating. If you put it too loose, it's not going to touch. You want it to barely touch. That means your string is straight. This is the string method. On the other side, you're gonna see that on the other side, this is not free floating yet. I mean, there's still a gap between the tire and the string. So I'm gonna have to come over here and move my oil bottle until it touches right there. Still not touching. Move a little more. Still not touching. Let's see. No, there's still a gap. Move the oil bottle again, and still not touching. Still a little bit to go. Oh, wait a minute. See a newbie mistake right here. I gotta make sure it's on top of the tire block right here. All right, on top of the tire block here, and here there's a gap. There's still a gap. So move it a little more again. Come back to the back of the bike. I apologize if the camera work sucks. I'm not a pro. Come here again. Move the bottle a little more. And now I'm touching. Now I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna move the bottle, wash the string, because you want it to be barely touching, right? Okay, put a little flick sideways. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I'm barely touching right there. Cool. All right. So now basically I had these strings, they're parallel with the back tire, right? Because this string is touching here, and it's touching the front of the tire. And it's also touching here, touching the front of the tire. So both strings are pretty much parallel with your tire. So whatever alignment you have on your rear wheel is going to show up in the front. So what you do now, and this is the ingenious part, take it here on the front of your bike, You get your tape measure. My garage is a mess right now. You gotta make sure that your handlebar is straight. So looking at my wheel over here, look for yourself. My motorcycle has this beak, right? So make sure it goes down the beak. Does it look straight? Yep, looks pretty straight. And you can look at my handlebar here. I can pretty much measure, find a point on your bike. Excuse me. I'm gonna put it right there. And from my luggage rack to my handlebar, to the center of my handlebar here, measuring 44 3/4. So come back to the other side. I'm gonna do the same thing. Putting a point on my luggage rack. Watch out for my shoddy camera. I'm here by myself, so excuse me. Alright, I'm gonna use my Coleman net to hold it right there. Alright, good. Come over here. Yeah, see it's 45, so still not straight. So I got 45 here. This is how you're gonna make sure your front wheel is straight. Good measurement. Alright, so I got pretty much 45 on both sides. So my front and my handlebar is straight. Now you come here and you can measure, since you know your rear wheel, the string is touching both sides. Excuse me, did I flip it upside down? Yeah, I did. You know, but the string is touching both sides of your tire, and you know your handlebar is straight because you measured it. You come here and you measure from the shoulder of your tires to your string. Right here I'm showing this is what, 9/10 of an inch. So I come to the other side and the measure here, and it shows that I am 1 1/4 inches. So that tells me that my motorcycle is out of alignment, even though my alignment matches on the swing arm. My motorcycle is out of alignment because my tire is clearly showing that my rear wheel is cocked to the right. And you can repeat the measurement on the back of your front tire. Here is showing 1 inch, so that's another indication that my alignment is off. That the front of the rear. The front doesn't measure back. Here is showing less than 1 inch. So what I have to do now, since I know that my alignment is off, I'm gonna have to adjust my wheel, since my rear wheel is a little bit to the right. I'm gonna have to adjust it to bring it a little bit to the left. So basically I'm gonna bring this just a little bit. I'm gonna loosen my axle. I'm gonna turn this clockwise, maybe 1 or 2 turns here, tighten my axle, and do it again. Do this whole procedure over again. I know it's laborious, takes time, but guess what? Once you get this straight, and you got this alignment good front to rear, your bike will be perfectly aligned. And whatever you do, whenever you steer left, steer right, the bike's gonna go exactly where you want. My bike, as it is right now, since it is out of alignment, well, like almost ½ an inch out of alignment in the front, that means that whatever input I'm putting, I'm gonna have to do more input to turn to the left and to the right. All right, so that's a cheap string method of aligning your bike. And now I'm gonna get to adjusting my swing arm and hopefully get this alignment right next time. Thanks for watching, and I hope to bring some more videos later, hopefully next time with a little bit more professional and better camera work than this here. Thank you.